Hey guys, peace. Hope you're well. I'm settling down for the evening. It's not very late, but I'm just really tired. Had a long day. And of course, been doing a lot lately. But I just wanted to come on really briefly to chime in on the whole yay thing, the last interview. I had actually watched a video of a very famous person or academic earlier, and I didn't like the angle that he was coming from, and so I commented. And I mean, I didn't comment anything nasty. I just basically laid out the same thing that I've, said since the beginning of this whole ordeal with regard to Ye and his what's apparent to me as a strategy for, exposing certain issues that have been in the background and for a very long time, for decades. And I'll admit that so I hadn't actually, I commented prior to hearing or being notified of the interview that he did with on InfoWars. So I finally came across that interview later, and I was like, oh, wow, okay, I see. He's really, going to extremes and pulling out the stops. And I admit, on the surface, it just seems ludicrous. And, rightfully so. I get now why people, are really going after his sanity. Because it's apparent that, it would appear apparent that he's he's off his rocker. But, and it could be, I don't know for sure, but a lot of us are off of our rockers. The issue, though, is that people aren't stopping to look at this whole, performance of Ye as a strategy. He is a Gemini, just like Trump. And Trump really put on a show too, right before he ran for office. And people, caught him crazy and signed him off, and he actually won the presidency. I'm not saying Ye's going to win the presidency, but I'm saying this is a strategy, And I don't think it's as selfish and malevolent of a strategy because it is dealing with real issues. So I don't think it's necessarily, a strategy that is, not thoughtful, I guess you could say. So then just a little while ago, like I said, been pretty busy, but I stopped because just a little while ago, I watched another video of one of, oh, no wonder, I was using the wrong speaker. Anyway, of another, YouTube personality that I've been following for for years. And he's an astrologer. And so he came out and briefly, he's the only person I saw. Like, it's so funny because this happened a day ago. I just found out about it like literally less than an hour ago. And like I said, on my algorithm, there was a show that came, or a YouTube video that came on that, was deconstructing. It was like, a black famous psychologist. Well, I don't know if he's a psychologist, but he's pretty well known. And he was deconstructing the situation. I think he even knows Ye. So he was talking about how he actually had been having conversation with Ye. But again, his twist was just to call him crazy, which I think is becoming more and more dangerous. I think I'm really beginning to think that this is a larger conspiratorial, and maybe not consciously, but it's like I see the way it's all been scripted, and the implications on society at large, not just Ye. So anyway, this video that I saw just a little while ago, with one of my astrology young guy, he he's a Gemini, and he was really, he really deconstructs things in a very really logical way. And he echoed the same thing, and he even brought in some of the main placements of the planets right now. I forget what it was, but it was perfect to host this type of performance that Ye has been putting on, in order to bring attention to him and to bring attention to some issues, but also to catapult him into a particular spotlight that makes him controversial. So, but also I'll say, in listening to what he had to say, again, I see that it got pretty misconstrued. He said things to, to push people's buttons. He said things to, create controversy. But even the stuff that he said, as he knew was going to happen, was still kind of, misconstrued in certain ways. And again, I'm not defending Kanye, but I'm saying, if you listen to what he said and you put it in context, in his context, not in the context of the people who spin the information, he wasn't saying anything. He's just being provocative. He's being provocative. He's being provocative, and getting people to see these issues of, or to be confronted with these issues of, gosh, I'm losing it. I'm so tired. He's bringing up, lots of different issues for people to, look at in a very, like his technique is to throw stuff out there that's very controversial, right? And then to get people to think about it, react, first of all, and then to point out to them the, later, probably, because he does things like in unfolding stages, but to evaluate the hypocrisy and, the small-mindedness of their reactions, right? So anyway, I don't know. Like I said, I'm really tired, so I know I'm sort of babbling a bit, but when I first saw it, I was kind of ready to join everybody else with, oh my God, okay, Kanye, you done gone way too far. We're gonna have to put you in a corner for real, for real. But, you know, I'm glad I listened to my friend again. He's not my friend. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said that. Maybe he is my friend, but I don't, converse with him personally. He just has had a channel for years, an astrology channel. And he was the only person who I saw, like nobody else has seemed to want to take this on for fear of, losing their audience, by, identifying or supporting or, but it's really just a matter of looking at what he's saying. Like, just evaluate what he's saying, like from an objective point of view, not from a point of view that's tinged with the reactions of a community that, is not, is trying to, to do this number on him. And, the more and more like I said, I don't really keep up with these issues, but the more and more that I stumble across the saga, the more and more I'm beginning to believe what my sister said originally about how this whole thing is orchestrated intentionally, with Kanye being in on it, not just as a distraction, but it's just, it's becoming so absurd now. And again, anybody can, if you really start to feel it, you realize he's not, as crazy as people are making him. He's out there. He's doing some really strange stuff, but in the context of him trying to run for president, in the context of him of bringing these issues. Oh, that's what I was going to say. The issue of free speech, like as a Gemini, the provocateur of, criticizing, the suppression of free speech is a part of his game plan, right? So anyway, blah, 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 blah. I just want to come on and do a little bit of addressing. I know I'm still due for, oh my God, there's been so many topics I wanted to talk about, so much going on, but I've been really busy, and probably will be for the next few days, but I may try to come on and talk a little more when I'm a little less busy, okay? So right now I'm so tired. I'm about to go to bed, and just wanted to try to, chime in while this issue is hot. With this issue too, I must bring this up. I was watching another, like having shows run while I'm doing stuff. Sometimes just doing work around the house, and there was one guy I stumbled across. Great channel. I can't remember the name of the channel, but maybe I'll share these channels with you, because there's some people doing some really good stuff out there I've discovered. But he had this older female elder on, and she, oh my God, I could not believe this was a day of uncanny synchronicities. And I found out she had done a show around the same time that I did, when she dropped some jewels on. It was unbelievable. She did a show or a lecture where she brought up the 3Ks, KKK, and Kanye and Kyrie. I get, that anybody else might have that same take on what I had done my video on. But when she delivered Kendrick as the third K, my mind was blown. I was like, there's no way. There's no way. Like, because it was so random. Even when it came to me, it was random. I was like, Kendrick. Because actually, I had just watched his, older video right around that same time. It's like 2 weeks ago when I did that video, right? 3 weeks ago. And yeah, it was around the same time. She came up with the same stuff. So I guess a more important message for this video is these times are so interesting. Like our superpowers, our intuition, there's just so much that, again, always is developing and happening from within primarily, and then project it out in the the shared reality of the matrix is is a part of the excitement of these times. The synchronicities of all that is just really interesting. So yeah, there was that. She also did a video on Queen Elizabeth's death at the same time that I did mine. I found out, and I just stumbled across this channel like 2 days ago. And, she had the same stuff to say about, similar stuff to say that was really the same in just a different way about a portal opening. And I'll continue to, it's apparent now, if, for those of us who are in tune, it's apparent that there is this portal that has opened, and it's just really, reclassifying a lot of things that are, flowing through the, the sphere. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna stop there. I know I'm rambling a bit. Like I said, I'm really tired, but I'm about to go to bed. I just wanted to come on and just chime in on this Kanye thing. Where do I think it's headed? I think that, like I said, he's going to continue to be I don't know exactly where Kanye's going to take this. I know he's not going to stop with his provocative, take on stuff. And it just seems like a lot of people are are part of it now, just to even be, I know a lot of people probably know that they'll get a lot of, a big audience view. So that's part of it too, with hosting him. But he's so banned from the mainstream, so it seems, that they're not really trying to engage with him. But I don't know, it seems like it's all a little contrived. So anyway, I will come back on as soon as I get a little free time to continue on with this discussion, okay? And until then, you guys stay safe and take care. Peace.